CBS Radio brings you The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Ethel Bunce.
Betsy?
Why, Daddy!
Oh.
Gee, we thought you'd already gone to work this morning.
Where's your mother?
Oh, she's gone.
Gone.
Yeah, she just left. She took Bobby with her. Where have you been, Daddy? We thought you'd gone to work real early.
Oh, I've been sleeping all night, apparently, in the den on the couch. Oh, my neck is so stiff I can hardly move it. You mean your mother just left you here in the house all alone?
She just left, Daddy, and I'm leaving, too. My school bus will be along any minute. Why did you sleep in the den all night?
Because I was waiting for your mother to come home from one of those idiotic committee meetings. Now, where's she gone? You can't tell me she's going to another committee meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It has something to do with the Women's Club, Daddy, but I didn't understand. She had to be at the printer's early this morning, she said, about getting something printed. Gee, you look awful, Daddy. Don't you feel well?
Oh, no, I don't feel well. I'll be late to work. I got to shave and shower. Look, didn't your mother notice that I wasn't in bed last night when she finally came home?
I don't know. She just said when she woke up this morning, your bed was all made. And she said how sweet it was of you to make your bed when you know how busy she is with all these things.
Oh.
She thought you'd gone to work.
Oh.
But she said she wished you'd waked her up because she didn't wake up until after 7, and then she had to run around so. What's the matter with your head, Daddy?
My neck is stiff.
You shouldn't have slept on the couch all night.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to go.
Wait a minute. Where is this printer that your mother went to? How can I reach your mother? Is she coming back home then?
Oh, I don't know, Daddy. She said she was going to be frantically busy all day. I'm supposed to go to the Schmitz after school because Mommy said she didn't know when she'd be home.
Oh, she didn't.
No. Goodbye, Daddy.
Yeah, goodbye. Well, we'll see about that.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Piper. I was beginning to worry about you.
Yes, I know. I'm late, Miss Jones.
I just called your home.
Oh, did anybody answer?
Why, no.
Oh, has Mrs. Piper called here while I was on my way down?
Well, no, she hasn't, Mr. Piper. Is something wrong?
Just bring your book and pencil and come on into my office, will you, Miss Jones?
Yes, Mr. Piper, right away. Shall I tell Mr. Cranshaw you're here? He was asking for you.
Oh, he was. Well, no, not yet. I got some calls I want you to make for me first. Oh, golly.
Oh, here. Let me hang up your coat, Mr. Piper.
Oh. Well, thank you, Miss Jones. Oh, and close the door, will you?
Well, yes, of course.
Yes. Now, I don't know where to begin exactly. Sit down.
Well, I do hope you're not coming down with the flu, Mr. Piper. Would you like an aspirin, or shall I send out for some coffee or something?
No, thanks. No coffee. No, I'm all right. I just didn't sleep very well. I slept on the couch all night.
Oh.
Oh, no, what I mean is I fell asleep on the couch. I was waiting for my wife to come home, and then she didn't. And, well, I mean, she did, but, I mean, then this morning she was gone again, you know, and she's... Well, I mean, she's had some important meetings, you know, and...
Oh, yeah.
Committee meetings.
Of course.
Yeah, well, the point is my wife was gone when I woke up this morning, and, I mean, she didn't leave any message where I could reach her, and so I want you to make some calls, if you will, and try to locate her for me, and, oh, look, if I am tied up in conference or anything, just ask her what arrangements she's made.
You want me to ask her?
Yes, and especially about Betsy. Now, my daughter said she was going to the Schmitz, but I don't know how long she's supposed to stay there. What I mean is I don't know whether my wife is going to get Betsy or whether I am. So, anyhow, be sure to ask her that, won't you?
You want me to ask whether you're to get Betsy or she will?
Yes, that's right. Oh, here, I found this card on the floor at home. It must have dropped out of her purse, so you might try this number first. Man's name is apparently Harvey Slade.
Oh, Mr. Piper.
He's a printer, and it seems
I can't believe it. Oh, Mr. Piper, I just can't believe it. Why, I always thought of you and Mrs. Piper as having the most perfect marriage.
What?
And with those two lovely children. And, of course, the mother always gets them. Oh, I knew something was wrong the minute you walked in.
Oh, look, no, Miss Jones, no, wait a minute.
How did she do this to you?
No.
Oh, you've always been such a wonderful husband.
No.
Of all the men I have ever known, I have always said... we girls in the office have always said you're the nicest man in the office. Well, you're always so thoughtful and considerate to everyone. We've always loved you, and we've loved your wife, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't believe it.
No. Miss Jones, my wife hasn't... She has... Here, take my handkerchief.
How could she run off with another man? How could she do it to you? Oh, Mr. Piper, I'm just so sorry.
No. Look, my wife hasn't... Oh, there.
Well. I guess I walked in at the wrong time.
No, Mr. Cranshaw, there's been a terrible misunderstanding.
Well, I can certainly say it looks as though there'd been something. I need hardly say, Piper, that I'm shocked by your conduct.
No, look,
Mr. Cranshaw, don't blame him.
No.
I was crying about something, and he just put his arms around me to be nice.
How long has this been going on?
Oh, look, Mr. Cranshaw.
I realize that what you do in your private life is your business. But anything that affects the morale of my entire office staff, anything where gossip and scandal...
No, just a second. Whether you're my boss or not, by golly, you get one thing clear. There is nothing between Miss Jones and myself. I am a happily married man. I love my wife, and then she loves me.
What?
And
Why, that's not what you just told me.
What?
You just said Mrs. Piper had run off this morning with another man.
What's this?
Why, I never said any such thing. Why, you're the one...
You said your wife had gone. You didn't know where to reach her to make arrangements about who got the children.
Ooh.
And the first number to call was this man, a Harvey Slade. You gave me this card. Here it is.
Oh, no.
Is this true, Piper? Has your wife run off with another man?
Yes. And you know what his name is? Uncle Sam.
What?
That's not the name you told me, Mr. Piper. You never said Sam. You said Harvey.
All right, I told you wrong. His name is Uncle Sam.
Who's Uncle Sam?
Yours, Mr. Cranshaw. Your Uncle Sam. My Uncle Sam. Miss Jones's Uncle Sam.
I don't know what Mr. Piper was talking about. Oh, he's acted so funny since he came in. And anyhow, I haven't any Uncle Sam. I only have one uncle, and his name is Leonard, and I was only trying to be nice.
Yes, dear Miss Jones, I know you are. I'm sure in some way it's all my fault. I'm really very sorry. It's nice to know that if it were true, I could depend on you to be understanding and sympathetic.
Thank you, Mr. Piper.
Yes.
I'd always try to be.
Yes, I know you would. Now, look, you go dry your eyes and powder your nose and phone this list of people. Harvey Slade is a printer. My wife was due there to have some pamphlets printed for the Woman's Club. Now, look, if she's not there, here is the list of her friends. Try them all.
Yes, Mr. Piper.
Find her.
But I don't see any Uncle Sam on here.
All right, never mind. Look, I'll call him myself.
Well, all right.
Well, Piper, I'll confess I don't get this Uncle Sam business myself. Is the government after you about something? Income tax or...
No, Mr. Cranshaw. My wife is after the government. You haven't heard of the sudden active interest the Women's Club's taking in civic affairs? The campaigns they're putting on to beautify the downtown section, get better street lighting, solve traffic problems?
Yes, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
well.
Well, even Martha, Mrs. Cranshaw has been chattering about it.
Sure.
Why? Did you know the girls are even thinking of running in the local election?
Oh, did I know it? Yes, I did. Do you know the number of women voters in this town that those women could make a shambles of the elections? Any way you look at it, especially if they split the ticket. Especially, and worst of all, Mr. Cranshaw, you listen to me now. Worst of all, heaven help us if they won.
Oh, now, Piper.
Heaven help us.
Let the girls have their fun.
Fun?
Well, I'm glad Martha's taking an interest in something besides bridge.
Look, apparently, Mr. Cranshaw, my wife is more active than Mrs. Cranshaw. Look, it's only February, and already she's hardly ever home. I'm telling you, I haven't seen her since yesterday morning. Yes, Miss Jones.
Well, your wife called, but I didn't understand the message. She just said, I can't talk. Tell him to turn on the tape when he gets home.
Oh, yes, all right. Thank you. You see what I mean, Mr. Cranshaw? My wife and I now communicate by tape recorder.
Hmm? Oh, yes. Yes?
Betsy, don't walk into the living room with your overshoes on.
I wanted to hear what Mommy said on the tape recorder. Gee, it's fun, isn't it? Mommy's leaving messages and everything.
Betsy, take your overshoes off, will you? I can think of things that are more fun than having Mommy leave messages on the tape recorder.
I've got my overshoes off. Turn it on, please.
Yeah, I did turn it on. Oh, I didn't turn the volume up here.
Yes, and I can't tell you what an exciting day it's been, really. Now I'm sorry, dear, that I'm not home for dinner. I dashed home about 2 o'clock, and I fixed a salmon loaf, which is in the refrigerator. Now, just put it in the oven, about 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. I washed baked potatoes, too. Now they're on the stove, and they're ready to pop in the oven. Now, let's see what else. Oh, the salad is made, and it's in bowls in the refrigerator, and you can open a can of whatever vegetable you two want. You just look in the cupboard. I've got Bobby with me, and he's just been an angel, so don't worry about us at all, dear.
Don't worry about you.
Now, you two just go right ahead and have a marvelous dinner together. Oh, there's ice cream for dessert in the freezer part of the refrigerator. Now, we're getting out our first batch of pamphlets on better street lighting. Oh, we're so excited.
Yeah, so am I.
There's thousands to get out, and we're working on the mailing list. The point is, I may not get home at all tonight.
What did Sam Hilda
Now,
she mean not get home at all?
Betsy, if you're listening, I'll bet Daddy just said not get home at all. What in Sam Hilda she means?
I think this is fun, Daddy.
Anyhow, we're going to keep going until we finish. I'm not quite sure which group I'll be with, but you can always reach me by calling our central communications officer. Now, that's Mabel Buckholz. You just look in the phone book. She's on Hillside. Now, it seems to me there was something else I wanted to tell you. Let me think.
Well,
now
by golly,
what
there's
it is.
certainly something I want to
my
tell
notes
you.
here.
Daddy, Mommy can't hear you. If you
I
want
think
to
I
talk
made
to
a
her on
note
the
of it
tape
here at
recorder,
any rate.
you
Let
have
me
to
look a
change it
minute.
to where it says transcribe. She showed me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, here it is. I wanted you to explain to Betsy, dear, how important the work is I'm doing. How important it is for her, too, to grow up and be a good citizen who takes a real interest in how her town is run. Well, I guess that's all. Good night, my two darlings.
Good night, Mommy. Now, if you want to talk back to Mommy, Daddy, you turn that thing and talk into
No. I don't want to talk back to Mommy. She saw to that. Just wait till I get her alone.
What did you say, Daddy?
Nothing. Come on. Let's have fun getting dinner.
America needs to continue its economic expansion to increase employment, to build more schools and hospitals. But we have to do all this without further inflation. It can be done provided everyone has a better understanding of the problems. And for that understanding, write for the free booklet, Inflation, Growth, and You. Address your request to American Assembly, Columbia University, New York 27, New York. The Couple Next Door stars Peg Lynch and Ethel and Bunce, with Francie Myers, Rosemary Rice, and Raymond Bramley, and is produced by Walter Hart and directed by Dick Stenta. This is Stuart Metz.